Good morning for everybody. I'm Jorge Fascinetti with Pituitary World News. We're at the Endocrine Conference in San Francisco. I'm delighted to have Jill Sisco with us. Jill is the president of the Acromegaly community, and she's joining us for a quick chat, right? How are you, Jill?
I'm thrilled to be here.
Enjoying the conference. This is amazing. I don't know if you're catching this, Elsa, but wonderful background. I know we've been working, I should say this as a disclosure, we've been working together for quite a few years now.
Many years.
And it's been always a pleasure to work with you. It's so great to participate in all your programs. I'm wondering, we had a meeting yesterday with one of the pharmaceutical companies that's developing a drug that is going to be probably approved very, very quickly.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And I'm wondering your take on, because they've been so good on that patient focus and bringing patients in and discussions with patients, what they feel and how they view all their treatments and everything else, and learning from that and utilizing it. So I was just interested to get your perspective on that meeting yesterday. I thought it was fascinating.
I applaud any company that brings us into the mix early in the drug development process.
Yeah.
To have the patient's voice within the protocols, to say what is acceptable for a patient to have to endure, what isn't, that sort of thing, I think is such a value within clinical trials. And like I said, I'm thankful for companies that do that.
Yeah. Now you've been in this business, so to speak, if we could call it that, since you were diagnosed. When was that?
I was actually diagnosed 20 years ago this year.
Oh my God. Wow.
20 years I've been advocating for others.
So you've seen, for me it's been 14, but you've seen a heck of a change, because when I arrived, things were already moving for 15 years ago. But tell me your impressions about how the business or the industry has changed from your time of diagnosis.
Well, one of the things that I've really taken note of is that the FDA listens to the patient's voice more than what they used to.
Yeah.
We hosted a patient-focused drug development program in 2021. We've had listening sessions. And years ago, companies didn't bring in patients.
Yeah.
And now I'm coming in pre-clinical trials. And it is just, it's something that should have been done from day one with patients.
Yeah.
Because we are the people that these drugs are affecting. They need to understand the unmet need within acromegaly.
Yeah, and there's so many that they're still learning about unmet needs. Where do you see looking at the past and from the past now to the future today, where do you see us being, let's say, in 10 years with everything that's going on? Or can you actually imagine that?
Oh, goodness. I really hope that we have a lot more therapies within our tool shed.
Sure, of course.
To fight this disease. Years ago, we never thought that we would have an oral octreotide. And now we have an oral, twice daily octreotide medication. And, there's another one that's under investigation. That's a once a day therapy. That's hopefully will be approved soon. Even the injectables for those that are wanting to use injections. There's a new therapy in a pen that hopefully will be approved.
Yeah, we've been talking about that crystal fluid technology. It's amazing how much more effective that drug
is.
With basically the same drug that's being
correct
applied differently.
And with symptom control, what they've shown regarding symptom control.
That research was wonderful. So
especially with the fact that we have shown that our symptoms don't match the biomarkers that are used to measure this disease.
Yeah, exactly.
Symptoms matter.
Yeah. And what's interesting is, well, you and I have talked about this a lot, but how different each condition can be, each patient condition can be than the other. Everybody has a different disease almost.
I've often wondered, and I've thought, and I've spoke to thought leaders within this, I think acromegaly could be several different diseases.
Oh, yeah, I think so
all
too.
lobbed into one
Yeah.
because it causes a pituitary tumor
Yeah.
that causes excess growth.
Yeah, and then there's all the comorbidities that
Yes.
come with it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so interesting. It's such an interesting disease because of that. So we're very lucky to have that one, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we're also very, very lucky that our medications can be repurposed.
Yeah.
For
Oh, yeah,
oncology meds.
Yeah,
You know,
other indications.
yes, I truly, that's why there's so much
Yeah,
focus
yeah.
on acromegaly.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So my last question, and then I'll let you go because I know you're busy. What do you hear from patients that are surprising you these days, or is it anything new that you've heard, or?
You know, I don't typically bring up this,
Yeah.
but you know, so many patients are concerned about what is going on right now. Are they going to have health care next year?
Yeah, the access issues.
The access
huge.
issues.
Yeah, that's a whole different discussion. We could spend hours. Probably.
I agree. I
And
agree.
we will.
You know, I believe that every single patient should be able to still live their best
Oh,
life.
of course. Yeah.
And it's a tragedy with some of the things that are happening to try to stifle that.
Absolutely.
So,
Jill, thank you.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it's so nice to see you. So
It's nice to
I'm
see
sure
you
we'll see you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.